Hi, I'm John Cremeans. Prepare to go where no one has gone before on this edition of OddPlanet. Mars, the red planet. A planet that, well, pretty much everyone, at one time or another, has thought about. Are there Martians? Could there have been ancient civilizations? Well, now Google and NASA have teamed up to give you that chance. They've teamed up to build an ultimate atlas for Mars fans eager to explore the red planet in three-dimensional detail. It's called Google Mars 3D. It's a new module that's going to be included in Google's latest version of Google Earth. If you've not had a chance to see Google Earth, it's incredible what you're able to do. But how would you like to be able to go to Mars, see the Martian terrain, fly over Martian canyons in a virtual mode, and even see the surface through the camera eyes of those long-lived NASA rovers, Spirit and Opportunity? And for those of you that are like really interested, you really want to find out what Mars is all about. You want to find out what Olympus Mons might be, the tallest volcano on the planet of Mars. Or better yet, maybe you want to do 3D sharing for content. You can actually make your own Mars maps that other viewers can actually take a look at. Or better yet, there is a traveler's guide to Mars. So even people like you and I that have never been to Mars before, wait a minute, no one has, well, except for the rovers and stuff. But at least that way you can actually go through and see some of the places on Mars and learn about them as you're viewing. I think it's pretty cool. We have an exploding cell phone alert coming out in this next part on OddPlanet. You heard me right. Exploding cell phones. It does happen. As a matter of fact, a man was just recently killed by a cell phone that he had just plugged into a wall outlet to charge. Take a look at these different phones. I mean, some of them might be the phones you have, but as you take a look at them, you can see they're pretty mangled, melted, and a complete mess. Exploding cell phones. Who knew? In other odd news out of New York, a New York City cabbie mistakenly was beaten by Good Samaritans. Police say a cab driver who tried to take a purse from a woman fare beater was beaten by a group of Good Samaritans who thought they were seeing a robbery. Now, for those of you that don't know what a fare beater is, look down here on the bottom of the screen, because I'm going to give you the Wikipedia version or the definition of fare beater. No, it doesn't mean it's okay to beat somebody. It means that, well, you tried to beat the fare and get out of the cab before you have to pay. Well, supposedly what happened, and this was near the Staten Island ferry terminal, 4 women who had been club going got into a fight with a cab driver over the fare. Now, the women left the taxi without paying, and the cab driver gave chase, grabbing one of the women's purses. That's when a group of men in a passing car thought they were witnessing a mugging, and they jumped on the cab driver, beating him, and then fleeing the scene. Well, the cab driver was treated for face cuts. The women were later picked up by police as they exited the Staten Island ferry, and then they were issued summonses for fare beating. See, now you know a new word. Out of Tokyo, you gotta see this. A fire station actually burned to the ground. Now, a blaze broke out at the fire station in Japan. It was after a firefighter was actually cooking on a stove. He was making, food for the crew who was out of the station. Well, the station caught on fire, and literally he had gotten called away, so that's how it's caught on fire. He left something burning on the stove. Smart fireman. He's thinking. Hey, before you go, first, thanks for watching OddPlanet, and remember to subscribe, that little yellow button right over there on all of our YouTube channels, because that way you can get the latest weird news, odd news updates from OddPlanet. I'm John Cremeans. Thanks for watching. You just experienced the OddPlanet spin.